There's a setting in your Toyota Hybrid that feels like you're doing everything right, but it's quietly doing the opposite. It's not your driving habits, it's not your maintenance, and it's not the battery just getting old. The real problem is how often drivers override a system that was designed to protect itself. Toyota hybrid batteries are built to last a very long time, but only under one condition: they must stay within a controlled charge range, roughly between 40% and 80%. That range is where the battery stays stable, cool, and efficient. Go too high, and you stress the internal components. Go too low, and you start creating imbalance, heat, and long-term capacity loss. So Toyota engineered the system to handle all of this automatically. Every second you drive, the car is deciding when to use the engine, when to use electric power, and when to recharge the battery. It's constantly protecting itself, but the moment you press the wrong setting, you take control away from that system, and that's where the damage begins. Here's what most drivers never see: what's actually happening behind the scenes. Inside your Toyota Hybrid is a battery that's being constantly controlled, not just used. It's not there to give you maximum electric driving, it's there to survive long term. So instead of letting the battery swing freely from full to empty, the system keeps it in the middle. Not too high, not too low. Always controlled, and it does this by constantly making decisions for you. If you press the accelerator lightly, it may use electric power. Press harder, and the engine steps in. When you lift off, it decides whether to coast or recover energy. When you brake, it captures just enough energy without overloading the battery. All of these decisions are calculated in real time. Not for performance, not even just for fuel economy, for battery protection. That's the part most people don't realize. The entire hybrid system is built around keeping the battery in a low-stress state for as long as possible. Smooth usage, shallow charge cycles, minimal heat. That's why, under normal driving, the battery doesn't get pushed hard. It's being carefully managed every second. But the moment you force the car into a specific mode, you interrupt that strategy. You take a system designed to protect itself, and you start working against it. The setting behind all of this is EV mode. In models like the Toyota Prius, Toyota Camry Hybrid, Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, and Toyota Highlander Hybrid, it's always within reach. One button, clearly labeled, easy to activate. And that's exactly why it gets misused, because on the surface, it looks like the smartest choice. You press it, the engine stays off, and the car moves silently on electric power. No fuel being burned, no noise, just smooth, quiet driving. It feels efficient, it feels intentional, it feels like you're getting the most out of the hybrid system, but that assumption is where things go wrong. EV mode was never intended to be a default driving setting. It was designed for very specific situations: short distances, low speeds, and minimal load. Situations where silence matters more than efficiency. A parking structure, a slow-moving queue, a short roll through a residential area. That's the limit of its purpose. What it was not built for is sustained use. But many drivers turn it into exactly that. They activate it at the start of a trip and try to hold it for as long as possible. They ease into the throttle, avoid using climate controls, and stretch every bit of electric range they can. At that point, they're no longer letting the hybrid system manage itself. They're overriding it. And instead of improving efficiency, they're forcing the car into a pattern it was never calibrated to maintain. The longer EV mode is held beyond those low-speed, low-demand moments, the more the battery is pushed away from its normal operating behavior. And that's where the long-term cost starts building. Here's what that actually looks like inside the battery. The moment you force EV mode, the system loses its ability to balance things the way it normally would. The car now has to depend much more heavily on the battery to keep you moving. And that changes everything. Instead of hovering in that stable mid-range where the battery is most comfortable, the charge level starts dropping further and faster than it was designed to during normal driving. Now, the battery isn't being managed, it's being pushed. As the charge level falls, the system holds off as long as it can. But once it reaches a certain point, it has no choice. It reacts. The engine kicks on, and this time, it's not doing it smoothly or gradually. It has to recover what was just taken out of the battery, and it has to do it quickly. So instead of a controlled recharge, you get a high-load recharge. More current, More heat, more stress on the cells, and this is where the real damage builds. Because hybrid batteries are designed for shallow controlled cycling, small movements up and down within a safe range, that's what keeps wear low and predictable over time. But forced EV use creates the opposite pattern. A deeper discharge than normal, followed by a more aggressive recharge than normal. Then it happens again. Drain, recover, over and over, and from the driver's seat, nothing feels wrong. The car still responds normally. There are no alerts, no warnings, no obvious signs that anything is being stressed, but internally, the battery is operating outside of its ideal conditions far more often than it should. Do that occasionally, and it's not a big deal. Do it every day, and the effect compounds. You're no longer just affecting efficiency, you're accelerating wear in a way that directly shortens the battery's usable life. And it gets worse when EV mode is combined with another misunderstood setting, B mode. In models like the Toyota Prius and Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, the B on the shifter stands for engine braking. But a lot of drivers assume it means better battery charging or stronger regeneration, so they leave it on during normal driving thinking it's helping efficiency. It's not. B mode is only designed for long downhill descents where you need extra braking without overheating your brakes. Outside of that, it actually works against the hybrid system. Instead of maximizing regenerative braking, B mode brings the engine in to slow the car down. That means less energy is sent back into the battery and more energy is wasted. Now combine that with forced EV mode. You're draining the battery deeper than normal, and at the same time, you're limiting how efficiently it can recharge. That's the worst possible combination. The battery is being pushed harder, recovering less efficiently, and cycling in a way it was never designed to handle. And just like before, there's no warning. No message telling you you're doing damage. The car adapts, but the battery pays the price over time. The fix is simple, but most drivers never do it. Stop pressing the EV mode button. Let the system do what it was designed to do. In cars like the Toyota Prius, Toyota Camry Hybrid, and Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, the hybrid system is already using electric power far more often than you think. At low speeds, in traffic, while coasting, even during light acceleration, it's constantly switching between engine and electric on its own. And it's doing it in a way that protects the battery. The moment you stop overriding it, everything smooths out. The battery stays in its safe range. Charging becomes gradual again. Temperatures stay under control. Then there's B mode. Unless you're going down a long, sustained hill, don't use it. Leave the car in drive and let regenerative braking work properly. One more thing most drivers ignore: airflow. Your hybrid battery has a cooling system, usually pulling air from the rear seat or trunk area. If that vent is blocked by bags, dust, or pet hair, heat builds up inside the pack, and heat, combined with deep cycling, is what really shortens battery life. Keep that area clean, make sure air can flow, because at the end of the day, nothing is actually wrong with the car. The system is smart, it's designed to last hundreds of thousands of miles, but only if you stop fighting it. That's the real takeaway. Every time you trust the system, you're extending the life of your battery. Every time you override it, you're slowly wearing it down. And that one habit, whether you press that EV button or not, is the difference between a battery that lasts 100,000 miles and one that goes well beyond 200,000. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content.